Why baseball, Bob? I mean, you know the state of baseball today. Why did you feel the need to just go ahead and sit down at your keyboard and bang out a book about your love of that sport?
It wasn't my idea. The idea came from my partner in here, Bill Chuck, and try to give you the abbreviated story. 2 years ago, right in the onset of COVID in April of 2020, we were having a conversation. We were acquaintances, and he called me up because at that time I had started tweeting a daily diary of the 1977 Red Sox that I covered. That's the first year and the one and only year I was a full-time beat man for the Boston Globe covering the Red Sox, and I thought it would be fun to do these daily tweetings about the game and the games. And he called me and said, "You can do this every day." And I said, "Yeah, it's my plan." That launch a discussion of my scorebooks, which I have all 9 books that I started keeping and with spring training in 1977 right up to last week. And I score every game I go to at every level. That includes if I'm on quote-unquote vacation or covering other events, I always take my scorebook because you never know when a baseball game is going to break out. So he said to me, "I think you have a book in there." And I said, "Oh, come on, really?" He said, "No, I really believe that. Why don't you run the idea by some baseball-oriented people and see what they think?" And I did, and I got a positive response. I then went to my agent, Andrew Blauner, and he sold it to Triumph Books, and here we are with in-scoring position. This is you will see the representation of the scorebook page in question at the top of the page, and then I write about what it's all about, why this game, what's going on, what is the point, what little nuggets in here, or what historical thing is in here, whatever. And Bill, who is a renowned baseball historian and a researcher, writes his contribution, which might be historic and might be fleshing out the story with anecdotal stuff. There are personal anecdotes that I include here attached to these. And my whole point, Rich, is this. This is one person's baseball life of 44 years, and although, of course, it does go longer than that, but this particular 44 years, and the different experiences that baseball provides, the different oddities, the different historical stuff, the stuff that it's mine. Someone else might have his or her 1,400 games, which is how many I surveyed to do this, and they may have a whole different story, and that's how rich baseball is. And I truly believe, I've written and said this 100 times, there's more conversational fodder available in baseball than all the other 3 put together.
Bob Ryan here on the Rich Eisen Show. Our terrestrial radio audience is back with us here on Peacock and SiriusXM. I mean, I'm just looking at the cover of the book. And you say don't judge a book by its cover, but you can with this one because there are the scoring sheets that are on there, including one that looks like it's autographed by Reggie Jackson.
Okay, that's a great story. So this is what I say when I have personal anecdote. First of all, Reggie and I had a good relationship. I don't know why he took to me, and when he was covering, I was with the Yankees, and we had a nice little relationship. Fast forward from the night that he hit the 3 home runs in Game 6 in 1977, which I covered that game for the Boston Globe in the World Series of 77. Fast forward 26 years. It is the ALCS of 2003. Reggie is traveling with the Yankees. He arrives in Boston. I bring my scorebook to have him sign this. I show it to him. We're standing in front of the dugout, and Yankee dugout. He grabs the book, runs up to the batting cage where Joe Torre is standing, and is gesticulating and pointing to it and pounding his chest, and it's almost he's saying, Joe, I used to play. Did you know that? and showing him the book, and then he runs back and he signs the book, and you can see that signature. You got to believe he practiced that 1,000 times.
Oh, of course.
And the highlight, folks, is it's Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, and then in the loop inside the capital J, number 44. I mean, how cool is that?
And is that the score sheet from? It looks like from his.
That's it. That's
from the 3 home run game.
I scored in 1977. As I said, that's from my first book in 1977. I'm into my 10th book this year, in 2022, and there was something from each of the 9 books that we wrote when we and I say we because it very much is a collaborative process.
Yes.
That when we wrote the book.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.